I'm beginning the mission.
Hey yo, and welcome to the semi-finale of Metal Heroes X. Today we're taking a look at one of the most badass Mavericks there is, the purple sociopathic war machine, Vile.
Me, Vile! X, hang in there, buddy. Zero! If you're gonna take that B-class hunter's side, then I'll have to destroy you too. Do your worst, Maverick, but... Huh? Not today. Let's get out of here, X! X. Why does everyone like that guy?
To say Vile being a Maverick Hunter is a bit of an oxymoron would be an understatement, but indeed Vile was not only a hunter, but a special A-class hunter. He was always an outcast though, always being reprimanded for his misconduct. Vile is a clever but cold and calculated machine. He has a thirst for destruction and he'll complete his missions by any means necessary. Eventually he was detained and stripped of his title, but Sigma would free him in hopes to have him play a role in his rebellion.
I need your help to defeat X.
To defeat X?
Yes, in order to ensure our future and speed along our evolution.
What on earth are you talking about?
However, Vile had other plans. Vile has always looked down on X, unable to understand how a lowly B-class hunter could be so highly regarded. Now that nothing was holding him back, Vile wreaked much havoc across the city to lure out X into battle. But in the end, Vile was no match for a fully powered X, and he was reduced to scrap metal. That would not spell the end for Vile though. The scrap metal was salvaged by Dr. Doppler and reactivated in the coming years. But much like Sigma, Doppler would learn that Vile is rather uncooperative. Hell-bent on revenge, Vile lured X into a trap in an abandoned factory that was set to self-destruct. Despite the elaborate death trap, Vile was unable to get the better of X once again. But he swore to hunt X for the rest of his days. And true to his word, Vile would return several years later, launching a surprise attack against not only X but his fellow hunters. No one knows how Vile was resurrected, but it appears that he was around for quite some time.
He used to be a Class A hunter, but now he's our sworn enemy. He's a maverick and a wanted criminal.
I'd love to stay and play, boys, but I'm afraid I have too much work to do.
And Vile isn't called a war machine for nothing. He has a unique T-shaped visor equipped with a massive arsenal. He's got machine guns, giant cannons, a whole array of different functions like a Gatling gun, missiles, a shotgun-like spread shot, and even a grenade launcher in his knees. To make matters worse, those grenades are loaded with napalm. Vile Mark I was designed by presumably Inafune. His original design was admittedly inspired by Star Wars Boba Fett. His Japanese name is even Vava, simply because it sounds similar to Boba. And while at the time Inafune had other people doing most of the illustrations, he did the illustration for the Mark III design, while Vile Mark V from Mega Man X8 was designed by Yoshikawa, giving him a more military green and a unique emblem that identifies him as a one-man army that he is. Funny enough, some of the early sketches actually show a Z logo, so it's quite possible that Vile's design in the early stages of X1 was possibly a design for Zero. And Vile's theme music in Mega Man X was done by the lead composer, Setsuo Yamamoto. Mega Man X, 1993. Vile makes his debut in the original Mega Man X, attacking X in the intro of the game with his trusty ride armor. He appears again in the first stage of Sigma's Fortress, and his weakness is the Roland Shield. Mega Man X3, 1995. Vile appears in the optional stage in his Mark II form. If defeated without his weakness, he will appear again in Doppler's lab. His weakness here is the Ray Splasher. Mega Man Extreme 2000. A digitized version of Vile appears in the opening stage as his data from the mother computer. Mega Man X8 2004. Vile finally returns, once again, looking a bit too much like Boba Fett at this point. Vile appears at the end of the game's intro stage and then randomly appearing as a mid-boss in a number of stages. Maverick Hunter X 2011. Vile appears as he did in the original game, but now he's a playable character. Upon completing the game, you'll unlock Vile Mode, which features unique cutscenes, and Vile can be equipped with a wide range of 45 different weapons, with different shoulder, arm, and leg weapons that can be equipped in addition to his standard weapons. Rockman X Dive 2020. Vile can be unlocked as a playable character in X Dive, and he retains a lot of similar qualities as he had in Maverick Hunter X. Well, there you have it, Vile. One of my favorite characters in the X series. And as for his different versions, I'm partial to the original, mainly because I think purple is definitely Vile's color, and it really suits the name Vile. But how about you? Which version of Vile do you like the most? Let me know down below. And with that said, hopefully Vile comes back around again in Mega Man X9, and hopefully he ditches that green. But in the meantime, we'll continue to dive through the games we do have. So until then, Den Den, signing off.